Hey everyone, this is Robert Jackson, and yeah, thank you for tuning into the podcast. And yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe out there, having a nice little spoopy Halloween, so to speak. You are listening to the second parter of this long, I guess, multi-part interview with now this is my section of the podcast. So yeah, I hope everybody has been enjoying it so far. If you managed to listen to the whole thing, then that's awesome. Just congratulations. Because we have some more stuff to talk about. So I do have a guest with me in the corner who I've just joined on their um little fun little show. I have Miss Erenaroonie with me on this section of the podcast. Thank you for joining me. For still um chatting with me even after all this time. So yeah, this is turning out to be a big interview so far. So yeah, how you doing?
I am okay, derpy as usual.
And oh yes. So would you like to share more about yourself, what you do, and all that? Good? I mean, like besides what you've already shared on, your Derby Potato podcast, what else is it that you like to do?
Oh yeah, for sure. So my name is Arena. I am a voice actress slash content creator. I'm also a graduate student. I study communication studies, and I do stuff. I'm sorry, I blanked out. But I tend to do all kinds of different things. I like to create audio dramas and web comics and things of that matter, bringing stories to life. I actually had Robert work with me on one of my own projects a couple of years back for Halloween. Ooh, spooky times. But I just love picking up little hobbies here and there and just having a blast with them. And one of these hobbies includes voice acting, and another is podcasting. So here we are.
I mean, right at you, baby. So yeah, that's really nice. It's really cool that you have your own little. We sort of have similar aspirations and passions into what we do. So what I usually ask is, how did you get started into all of this? Which is the boring question. So I'm gonna try to avoid doing it this time around because I think um, with you in particular, I guess you just kind of started doing it one day and then boom, here you are. Let's just
Kind
say
of,
that's your
yeah.
story because yeah, with your humble beginning. So we're just gonna skip all of that and just get on to the actual fun stuff. So yeah, I kind of see. So I guess I would also ask who inspired you, who are some of your favorite like projects and whatnot, blah, 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 which is stuff that I usually do all the time here. But maybe if we have time, we may get to it at some point. But for today's little episode, I do want to talk about something that we actually didn't get the time or the chance to do on your little thing. So I know that a certain trailer just came out yesterday, and I know people are raving about it and they're really excited.
Oh my
And
god.
since this podcast, I sometimes talk about video games. Let's talk about the Mario movie, which yes, this is something that has been under development from pretty much what they've said. It's been 7 years since they were first in talks about making this movie, which yeah, case of Urena hasn't told you in her little podcast, animation takes time. It really does.
It
From like
does.
the first meeting to like actually seeing the first, getting a little taste, a little sneak peek of what's to come next April, from what I've seen on the release date, even though it could always change because, artistic integrity and creative, choices. But anyways, so yeah, the trailer finally just came out yesterday, and everybody has been like literally have been hungry. We've been waiting ever so patiently for this, and it finally came out. So this is pretty much what we're gonna be talking about as our first discussion topic, because we've talked about the Halloween and spooky stuff in the last part, which you can totally check out at some point later today. So yeah, let's talk about this. Actually, I'd like to let you go first because I know that the trailer came out yesterday and whatnot, and it's been getting um, so much buzz and attention. And it's still pretty hot as see what I did there? Huh? and it's still pretty hot as of right now.
A
So,
hot
yeah,
potato.
let's discuss your hot potato. So, yeah, French fries. Look at me. So yeah, let's discuss about the trailer. So, starting with you, what are your overall thoughts? And actually, first, before you actually talk about your thoughts, I guess you might as well just talk about share your history with like the Mario games, like the franchise. How you fell in love with it, what got you introduced to it, and just what were you expecting when you first heard the announcement, and what you were kind of hoping for with what they wanted to do with this movie, your overall thoughts on the trailer, what to expect from it moving forward, and just all that good stuff. So, talk about your history with Super Mario, and then just talking about this movie in particular, and just your overall experiences of, you know, with the franchise as it is.
Let's
Let's start with you.
go.
Let's go.
Whoa. Okay, so there is a lot. There is a lot to unpack, but I'll start with my history with it. So, first things first, I was the youngest for the longest time with my cousins and my brother. We all basically grew up together. And my cousin Mana always had her pink Game Boy Advance, the handheld one that's pink. It's like the Y2K pink type Game Boy. Anyways, she always had the game Super Mario World on there, and I would play that like all the time. I sucked at it. I would just go back and replay levels that they already beat, because this was when I was like before I was even 5 years old, and it was just a lot of fun. I always loved playing. I preferred playing as Luigi for some reason. I don't know. I just always vibed with Luigi. It's really funny. But I would always just play the Super Mario World on her Game Boy and such, and then Yoshi's Island on my brother's Game Boy. Um, Again, he would have beaten all the levels, and little kid me is just like, oh yeah, I could do it too. But it was just so much fun because I just love the level designs, the music, the characters, things of that nature. It was just always just so much fun being able to play. And then as the years went by, we just continued more and more Nintendo stuff. We continued playing. I mean, um, one thing we didn't do, even though we had a 64, we never had the Mario game on the 64, which is interesting because like that's where a lot of people tend to start. But we had Mario World, but that was all good. We still had a lot of fun with that one, and we just played a lot with the various games that we had growing up. And we grew up with the consoles basically. We went from console to console. It was we started off with the Game Boys and the 64. Then we went to the GameCube, and that's where we had like I forget which Mario Party games we had on the GameCube, but I do remember watching my brother a lot. A lot of the time, I would be watching my brother play because again, I suck at video games compared to my bro. My bro is a pro, but that was one of our major bonding things growing up. Is just I always loved watching my brother play. You typically it was like games like I would watch him play anything Legend of Zelda or stuff like that. But I'd watch him play other games too, and a lot of them were Super Mario games, like the Mario DDR, which not does not get a lot of recognition. It has some really bomb songs in there, you know. And the Mario Kart, the we used to play. He used to play the Mario Sunshine, which again doesn't get talked about enough, which was just so much fun to see. And then from there we went to like the Wii. We were playing Mario Kart, Mario Party, and of course Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was just a lot of fun. And technically that's not solely Mario, but I like to include it because again it has a majority of the characters in there as playable characters. So we just each console had a different game that we would play, and I just had a really big fascination with Mario and the universe of Mario. In elementary school, while everyone was talking about Jersey Shore, I know everyone was talking about Jersey Shore, and I was talking about the Super Mario Super Show, and I was always Mario, and I had a best friend who was Luigi and stuff like that. And I just love the characters, especially the Koopalings. I used to have the hugest crush on Cookie Von Koopa. It was mostly because of his fluffy hair. His name is changed now to Ludwig Von Koopa, and his hair is all meh. But I used to just adore the Super Mario Super Show and the Mario, just those the old classic Mario shows that used to air alongside like the Legend of Zelda TV show and stuff of that nature. So I just loved that a lot. And then eventually actually I totally forgot about this. I used to draw little comics of Mario Jr. and my vision of Mario Jr. I could probably still doodle it too, was a really hipster looking teenager wearing a Mario cap and having a little lollipop and stuff like that. Just a troublemaker who happens to be Mario's kid. I mean, I used to draw that all the time, and then um in junior high I shifted into my Sonic adoration for Sonic, but I still love Mario, obviously. I played a bunch of Nintendo games growing up. I didn't play Sega. I played a little bit of like Unleashed, and I didn't play most of those stuff until later. But Mario had a giant part of me for the longest time in my childhood and growing up. Even now as an adult in her 20s, I still adore Mario. One of the other things that I absolutely love is and people trash on this so freaking much, it's insane. But it is a childhood favorite of mine, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I am one of those people who love it unironically. When I rediscovered that movie, ooh girl, I was like all into that movie. John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins, rest in peace. I love them so freaking much. I love their chemistry and just it was so crazy different, and it was just I know it's not the adaptation that people wanted, but like for what we had back then, it was a fun ride, and I love it unironically. It just had such a absurd style. It was so much fun. It was so playful. I mean, I always loved it, and it deserves way more love than it got. Same thing with the Street Fighter, but we'll talk about that another day. But and I even went to the 25th anniversary of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and that's where that's where they were the people behind the anniversary were like, here's our movie, but guess what? They're gonna be making Illumination's gonna be making a new Mario movie, and hopefully people will still remember us or stuff like that, but they still will give this a shot and show it as much love as we did for the 90s Mario movie. I'm like, I was just in anticipation for this new movie. And you can see the reactions still on my YouTube channel, but everyone thought it was going to be Charles Martinet as Mario for this movie. It would be finally his moment or something of that nature. And then we got the announcement that it was Chris Pratt. The sounds I made in this video reaction about Chris Pratt voicing Mario, I think it's iconic at this point with how weird I can be about these things. But I was just like, you know what? Okay, maybe he'll surprise all of us. Maybe he'll do something crazy. And given Mario's past, we've heard him with a Brooklyn accent and we've heard him with an Italian accent. So I'm like, okay. He made a claim that this is gonna be the best the Mario voice that you weren't thinking of, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll watch it. Let's see what the first trailer shows. Jack Black freaking kills it as Bowser. I'm not even gonna play around with that. Keegan Michael Key, amazing. All of them, just Kevin Michael Richardson, amazing. And then we get to Chris Pratt's Mario. He's just Emmett from the Lego movie. It's just Emmett. I'm like, what the frick? Like, you claimed that it was gonna be something different, blah blah blah. What the frick? Like, I mean, I'm not like super mad, but I'm just like, bro, why make a claim like that if you're just gonna use your own voice? Like, at this point, I'm pretty much convinced that the only reason they have him there is to, like, get influence for Chris Pratt and all that stuff. And it's just like it's cool that he was a fan of Mario, you know? Anyone would love to be in this movie, but where's the accent? Where's, that Mario charm that we love? All I hear is just Chris Pratt. I just hear Emmett. There's no
I hear Quill
distinction.
from Guardians of the Galaxy
Exactly. There is just
or
no
Jurassic World.
distinction. Oh, there's a meme of Mario holding up his hands against a bunch of Yoshis. It was freaking hilarious. Like it's meme worthy. It's fun, but at the same time, it's just like the whole. I feel like all of us were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and people were having fun with the memes and all that, but they didn't think it was going to be accurate. Because like here we've got all these people saying, Chris Pratt's voice is going to be amazing for this, it's going to be amazing for this, it's going to be, a testament to the thing, blah blah blah, it's okay, it's okay, it's going to be good. And you just do that. It's just it was disappointing. uh, and I'm still gonna watch it and all that stuff. I mean, it looks incredible. I'm just still kind of disappointed in that. I'm like, really, really, just Emmett? That's it? And either way, I'm still glad that we got Charles Martinet in there in some fashion or another. I have a couple of theories about what role he's gonna play inside the movie, though. If you're interested.
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so the theory that everyone says is like an after credit scene with Wario and Waluigi. And although that may be the thing, I'd like to think of it as something else. So, and again, it's the Lego movie. Y'all remember the scene where it shows that there's the little kid and his dad, and he is Mario, or he is the freaking playing with the the characters, the Lego characters, this whole time. I feel like we would see Charles Martinet playing the video game of Mario or something of that fashion, and that would be like the fourth wall break there.
I can see it. Apparently, I've read that he's going to be the narrator for the film, but if he actually does make an appearance at playing the video game as like a little cameo, at could kind of see it happening, but at the same time, it's like, not. I mean, it's
That
a possibility, but I don't want to say. I'm not gonna
right?
call it that soon. You
Like
know
I,
what I
I
mean?
feel like it's just gonna be I'm trying to be hopeful about this movie for some things.
Uh,
Um
no, they're probably gonna do like a "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" joke just because Charlie Day is in them.
well
Like, hey, reference Marvel or DC or whatever mainstream film is out because Chris Pratt is popular.
Yeah, that's why I feel like with his casting as Mario is just like the popularity. There's no distinction with his voice. There's not like some special performance that he gave. Like I think that's the most disappointing thing about it. Like I'm still going to watch the film, but at the same time it's just that's where that disappointment comes from. It's just like, we're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he is going to do a performance and he just does that. It's just so plain and kind of underwhelming, so to speak.
Uh,
But I still have high hopes. I just hope that it's not a throwaway gag where, like, Chris Pratt and them go into, like, a certain area of mushrooms and, like, they're talking and then Mushroom changes their voice and changes his voice to Charles Martinet for, like, a split second and then he coughs. Is like, what was that? Like, I pray it's not something like that.
oh,
I want it to be a
imagine if they
genuine.
actually do that.
Oh,
Because
I
like
would
if
be
they did
devastated.
bring Charles Martin, it's just like we go on about this, but honestly, people have been there's been a lot of takes about like celebrity voice casting and whatnot that I'm probably not gonna I delve into full detail here, but yeah, it's uh, this is
I
like
mean,
you
you could
bring
see good casting. I mean, freaking Jack Black was freaking incredible, and we only heard a few things of dialogue. It was amazing for me, and it's just like I wish Chris Pratt brought that same energy in just those
and
few
when you
things.
yeah. Because like especially when you watch the video interviews that they were on video, you could tell that Jack Black clearly had more passion for this than Chris Pratt did.
It seemed like he
Oh
was
my
reading off a card or something.
Chris Pratt is like, hey guys, yeah, I'm Mario, guess.
Like I don't
That's
think
honestly what it felt like.
it
Like,
feels
no,
like they're trying
I'm
to
not.
run off his hype, and it's just like,
It's like I'm not bashing Chris Pratt by any means, but
oh
it's like,
no, the hype's
dude,
not
you're.
enough.
It doesn't seem like you're really that passionate about this, man. Jack Black, though, oh,
He
he
was
is
so into
into
it.
it. You could tell how into it. Like, especially that video from like Comic Con where it's like, oh, he's a really physical actor too. That's something that I love about Jack Black is that he always brings the physicality into the characters that he plays. Like Poe from Kung Fu Panda is a great example, and he f***ing killed it as Poe. I
Mm-hmm.
just love those movies. But yeah, so that's I mean, not all of them are winners, but they really do bring Charles Martinet for just a gag. I probably would be pretty
Pissed,
miffed
yeah.
too.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry, I cursed.
like I mean, like you could say pissed, but I'm just saying I'd be pretty miffed too if like, hey, a celebrity is gonna be playing a character that you've done for like over 20 plus years, and then we're just gonna bring you in for one gag. That's it.
That would suck.
Really would
I just hope they
guess
treat him
like
with respect.
because if they did do that, it's like no, you might as well just have Pratt voice Mario in the entire movie, but then bring Martinet for just one joke. That's somehow even more disrespectful than him not voicing Mario at all,
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. So, anyways,
And it's not that it's not it can't be done too, because people are like, Charles Martinet is too old to be able to do it. No, he's been doing quite a bit of stuff
he
still. And
can still do it. Like,
if you're saying, who's going to be able to do a performance that, emulates and has the same charm as Martinet, look at the French dub of the film, because there's a French, I don't know if you've seen the clip yet, but there is a
I don't
French
know if I've
dub.
seen it. No,
Oh, on Twitter there is a clip of the French dub
I
of
did. I know
Mario.
I've seen. Yeah, there might have been a few videos circulating. I just haven't really at the moment to actually listen to it.
No worries. It was just it was a small little thing, but it was just the voice actor for Mario in the French version. It's not Charles Martinet, but this actor emulates Mario so freaking well. It is incredible. I mean, he has the same charm as Martinet's performance, and it's just like wow. And
So
like
might as well just.
a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, we're gonna watch this in French instead.
We're just let's just go to French. Let's just go to France and watch the top. Sorry. Um, but like I'm not buying the argument that oh Charles is too old to do. I mean he could still do it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean like, it's really funny how like people. Okay,
Bend over
you
backwards
find it funny.
logic.
I mean, I do find it funny that like Charles ended up getting like a major part. He's playing a character in a Dragon Ball movie, which kind of blows my mind even more than the Mario movie because it's like, hey, and then of course, if Charles Martinet is in a Dragon Ball movie, you know what this means? You know what this means? Super Mario Brothers Z is officially canon. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
Yeah. I know people have made the joke, but to think that it is actually like oh my god, if Roger Craig Smith is in Dragon Ball, that would
Sonic
just make
Z
the
or Nazo.
SMBZ comparisons. That would just be complete. It would just oh my gosh, uh,
It'd be amazing.
freaking no. Like if any of the Sonic voice actors are ever in Dragon Ball, that would just be like oh no, it's over, it's over. So, anyways, my history and my thoughts. I'm just gonna make this short. Short, not like Mario short, but shut up. Anyways, so Mario was one of the franchises that I grew up with the most. I mean, I remember that my sister had like a Game Boy Advance, back when Game Boys were like relevant. um,
I still have
so
mine.
I still do,
Well, I got
but it doesn't
mine.
work.
The I lost it, and I was devastated by the loss because I had all my games in there, and
Oh
eventually I
no.
know it was heartbreaking, and I have nightmares of still finding it and all that stuff. So uh me and my dad were looking at one that you can find on eBay, and they were selling it, and he ended up getting it, same color and everything. And so I've been piecing together. I even found the bag that I used to own and hold my stuff in it. So I've been piecing together slowly all the games that I lost, and finding some new games, which was, it was like healing for my childhood, because it was just like I finally got
Nice.
it back.
Yeah. Oh, anyways, I think I still have two Game Boy Advances, but the first game that I played was I think it was Super Mario Brothers 3 on the Game Boy Advance, or it
Oh,
might have been
that one
Super Mario World,
too.
one of the two. Yeah, so it was either 3 or World. And I played the original shortly afterwards, and then I just started getting hooked onto the Mario games. I remember that I would always just, without fail, every single day, I would just play Mario Kart Wii, and I would just play it nonstop for hours, and I just never got tired of it. Same with the Mario, like, that baseball. Oh, Super Sluggers for the Wii. That's
Mm.
also the game that I would play all the time. And I just have a collection of Mario games, like Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Golf, tennis, um, Dr. Mario. I mean, seriously, there's nothing that this man can do. um, it makes you wonder, boy, this boy don't even sleep, don't he? I mean, Luigi got his own game, and then there's Wario, but no justice for Waluigi, unfortunately.
Mm.
A moment of silence. Yeah, I'm sorry, Waluigi. I'm so sorry. It would have been nice if you were in Smash Bros, but we'll never get you in the game, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, bro. But anyways,
I have a funny story with
see.
Waluigi too, but I'll let you continue.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, the Mario games, that's kind of how I started doing the impressions like everybody does, like, woohoo, Mario time, stuff like that. And then, years later, I decided, okay, you know what? Maybe voicing these characters is a lot of fun. I like doing it. And then that's kind of how I started getting more interested into voiceover. And that sort of indirectly led to me actually pursuing a career. It was other reasons, but it's a long story. So, let's see.
That is
Uh,
amazing.
so
And
yeah,
that's why I also do Mario
characters.
voices too.
Uh,
I totally forgot to
so I
mention
like
that.
just enjoyed the characters, the worlds, the creativity that went into the games. And that kind of was how my sisters and I bonded, playing Mario, and my parents and stuff like that. So, let's see. So the movie. Kate. So when the know that it was in development for like a long time. At that time, I was kind of skeptical with Illumination because like their movies are kind of hit or miss, and I'm not really a fan of the storytelling. I'm not really too big on the writing in the movies. The first
Yeah.
Despicable Me was great, but after that, it was kind of eh. It's kind of like good or bad, either or. Um,
I
so
hate
I
movies
was
with a passion.
oh cool. You're not the only one. um. Oh yeah. I wasn't really too thrilled that Illumination was going to be doing this. But if Nintendo is going to be like was going to be really strict with the quality of the movie, then maybe it could have potential. But then like no, can't believe it's been a year already. Holy crap! Wow.
It's been a
I
hot minute.
because I remember I actually was at a hotel when I seen the trailer for it because my mom and I were just unpacking, and then I decided, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just watch the trailer. I haven't really been on social media because I didn't want to like get spoiled. So, let's see. So the first moment that I saw them, like, oh, they're actually doing it. Oh, hey, new cast. And then, wait, what? Hold up. This like a poop? Chris Pratt? What? And then I saw Charlie Day, and then like Anya, Joy, whoever, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Key, and I was like, what is this? What is this? Is this a fan cast? What? What? That's literally my reaction. I was so loud. I think my mom just kind of got annoyed as she was unpacking. I was like, "Are you okay?" To this day, it still blows my mind. Like, but at the same time, I'm not gonna deny that it spawned a lot of. Don't tell me that a lot of great memes did not come out of this,
There were
though.
so many
And we
stoner
got
memes with
so
Donkey
many.
Kong.
Oh, Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. And then I'd seen a video where Bowser was performing a Tenacious D song, and I was like, oh, this is gold. And the reactions to people on their Twitch streams is just you're old. Oh my god. Just watching the reactions alone. I'm not calling it. I'm not gonna call it. Maybe the movie can still be good, but I think watching the reactions, I had an even I mean, like, the rest of the presentation, they just announced games, but watching the reactions to the cast was easily the highlight of that whole entire presentation. And I'm not saying it's gonna be
It was just
like a
too
better
memeable.
like experience than like actually watching the movie, but it's just so memeable. Like the day that that Chris Pratt was announced as Mario, that's gonna be something that is gonna be burned in everybody's minds until the end of time.
Mood.
Like, my God. Like, okay. And to quickly comment on like the cartoons in the movie and other media, also fine. The movie, it's bad. It's kind of enjoyable. Kind of like I know that it's not really that good, but you still kind of enjoy watching it, even though the Goombas and Yoshi and oh, everyone kind of looks odd. Also, rest in peace to Dennis Hopper, who played
Mm.
Bowser.
I didn't get a
Um,
chance to mention
yeah,
him too, but he was incredible too.
uh, bomb, a monkey bomb. Yeah, I think that's the one meme that I could think of from the movie. Mario and Luigi, rest in peace, Hoskins and John. Like, I mean, making the movie was miserable from what I've read.
Yeah,
It
I
was
found
not
out
a
so
good
much
production.
more about it like
Yeah,
later.
yeah. I mean, I kind of find it interesting that like Daisy is in the movie, but not Peach for some reason. I still don't know why, but anyways. So for this movie, what am I so watching the trailer, I'm surprised you actually didn't mention the animation and the visuals. Like, it is gorgeous. Bowser looks freaking incredible. Jack Black is destroying it. I
People
think Bowser is
simping
gonna
for
easily steal
Bowser.
the show. Bowser might steal the show.
Like Jim Carrey stole the show
And
for the Sonic movie.
Robotnik, yep. Luigi. I'm not really too crazy on Mario's design, and also, like you said, Chris Pratt. It's just, whoa, hey guys, it's me, Emmett. Look at how cool I am. He's so cool. Like I said, I'm not dunking on Chris Pratt, but it's just, I'm sorry, it's just impossible to like bring that up. Like, it is so memeable that it's impossible, not to, I'm mocking it, but it's like, yeah. Anything can probably become a meme, and that's the culture we live in now. So, yeah. Um, I mean, maybe I will say this: it might take some time for me to actually grow on his take on Mario. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe who knows? But overall, I was pleasantly surprised. Hoping to see maybe this movie has a lot of potential, and I may actually enjoy it. Um. So the question is, am I gonna enjoy this more than the Sonic movie? I still haven't seen the second one, mind you. The first Sonic movie or Detective Pikachu? Only
Ooh.
time will tell.
Only time will tell. One thing that I did notice while looking on TikTok yesterday, and it was crazy. So someone pointed it out. What was making me go crazy? Like, it was the Mario design for the movie looks like almost identical, but there's a few small things that just change it, and it's just like I can't pinpoint it. He reminds me of the Fix It Felix from Wreck It Ralph.
Yes, Fix It Felix.
Someone
If the
pointed it
actor
out.
for Imagine if the actor from Fix It Felix, imagine if he did Mario's voice. It would just kind of be like, "Well, howdy everyone, it's me, Mario. Whoa, Toad, you look kind of hand looks kind of bigger than it usually is. Whoa, those are some drink-looking mushrooms." That was my terrible impression of.
It's all good.
He- okay, he also did Wander Over Yonder. So it's like, imagine Wander or Fix It Felix as Mario. Imagine that.
Ooh.
You mentioned Brooklyn accents. I imagine like um if he had the accents from like the cartoons or even Hotel Mario, like if he talked if the original actor for those from Hotel Mario came back, people would just make so many YouTube poops that it's not even funny because Hotel Mario pretty much was YouTube poop territory.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
whoa, that's a nice kingdom, eh, gay Luigi?
It's a stone,
I'll buy a meatball
Luigi.
stone. It's like, it's a stone, Luigi. Oh, wait, there's one guy who does like excellent impersonations. Have you heard of Vinny from Vine Size? I sometimes go
Yes.
back to him. It's like, hey, Mario. Hey. Well, you see, Luigi, when a paisano, blah, 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 comes out about 9 months later. But I don't understand babies, Mario. I'm so confused. That's because you're a dog, Luigi. And I just love Vinny. Yeah, especially that one animation where like Mario talks about how Luigi's not really in the Mushroom Kingdom is a part of reality. Kind of reminds me of Chowder for some reason, but yeah. Yeah, that's a really great. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these voices are kind of accurate. Holy crap.
Well, the thing that was
But yeah.
interesting, other than that, was people were suggesting to have him in voice Mario too, the Vine Toss guy. But
Oh,
additionally,
Vinny? Wow.
yeah, people were saying to have him instead. And the craziest thing is people are commenting, so we bully another studio into making changes like we did for the Sonic movie. I'm like, what the heck?
But no. Okay.
I'm like,
Like
guys, no.
okay, so like they changed the design for Sonic, and it's like, okay, they actually listened to the fans, and I do like the changes, but like you can't just bully a studio
Every
just to change
time.
Mario's actor. No,
It's so
and
crazy that people think this is how
it's
they're
too
gonna get
late
things.
because like already far into production, and just recasting him like literally last minute, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Chris Pratt as Mario for better or worse, so
Yeah, I
hey,
don't think
what
they're
you
gonna
gotta
do
do, that's
that.
Hollywood. Yeah. It's Hollywood for you, but I'm just curious about what they're gonna do with this movie. That's all I can say about it. So, what's your story with Waluigi? You've got a funny
Oh
story.
my god! I thought you forgot about it. Oh god. Okay, so like I said, um, I used to watch the shows a lot. I used to play the games a lot, and Sonic I got into around I got into during junior high, and that's when I started reading aloud comics and testing out voice acting. Oh god. So I was auditioning for a play, and